hear the supercharger a little better. So I'm going to start this SVR so we can have a before and after. So right now it's just a stock air filter, and we'll see if we can hear anything at all, if even. So we can't hear the supercharger. Let's start working on this and see what we can do. Alright guys, you haven't even started, already did a blooper. So you need a 10mm socket to remove the bolt, which is one here and one over there. But the problem is, the one here you can only access by removing this stupid tray right here. Right, that's over here. The problem with this tray is it's held up by a push pin, just like that one, which is a son of a gun to remove. Here it's a push pin that took too long. Maybe it took me about 15 minutes just to get that push pin out. It's annoying. So you remove this. Once you move this out of the way, you get access to the 10mm that's here, that's over there, and now you can lift the box. But I think it's easier to remove the cover first before removing the bottom box, so I'll do that first. So in order to remove this box, it's easier if you split them in half. You remove the cover first, which requires a 25 torque screw. Okay, you need a torque screw 25. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Once you remove this, it's easier to remove the box. So this is the whole box right now. So we won't need this anymore. Let's see how dirty it is. Remember, this is a 2020. I don't know if it's been changed. It's fairly clean. So there's a bunch of stuff in there. But anyways, now it's gone. It's clear in there. I just have to figure out how to remove the mass airflow sensor because it's a little tight. That gray thing with the wire in there. And then install the heat shield and then onto the next side. Alright, so make sure you save this part because that's where the mass airflow sensor connects. You need to remove this from here. It attaches like that with a torque screw again. I think it's a tiny torque screw. Make sure I give you the correct torque screw. This is a 15 torque screw. Right there. So the air filter connects to that one like that, and the heat shield is like here, so it's gonna kind of look like that, right? So mark it up a little bit like that, and then this one is on that side with a mass airflow sensor connected to this one. All right, make sure you take this one out of the airbox cover. Okay, you'll need that. So now the shield is attached in there. It has a bracket that comes along with it, the L bracket, but it says it comes with the hardware, and I couldn't find the hardware anywhere in the box, so I'll figure it out. See how it goes. Right, so the driver's side is installed. And it's a bit annoying to install because this part right here keeps slipping off of the plastic piece that, remember, we salvaged this piece from the intake box. It keeps slipping off, so you need to wedge it hard and tighten the clamp here really hard. Okay, and another annoying thing is that in the bottom, where's the bracket, the L of the bracket supposed to sit, you see that tube right here? I think that's the air conditioning tube, or I'm not sure. This one right here, this one, the one I'm lighting right now, focus camera. This one has a bolt that you have to undo. I don't know if you can see it here. See, underneath there, let me see, right there, see that bolt right there? I'm lighting it right now. See that bolt right there in the middle, right there? You have to undo that and wedge the L bracket of the heat shield underneath and bolt it down. It's kind of annoying. You need to have an extender for your socket. Okay, it's a 10mm, I think, again. But that's the annoying part. That's where the heat shield is wedged and it's clamped underneath the little hook that's part of the bracket of the air conditioning hose. Come on, focus camera right there. Okay, make sure you work on this in the morning. And I kind of started late, so it's dark now. It's hard. And be careful, because I had to fish a lot of my tools and bolts and things underneath. It keeps falling underneath here. Good thing I have this light, and I have a little fishing thing right here. This is very handy. Little fishing thing, clamp. You can fish out things from the engine bay. So you're gonna drop things. Make sure you don't drop things, but if you do, make sure you pick it up, because you don't want anything there left. So that's what it looks like. Take a picture. Now we're gonna have to install this side. All right, probably a good idea to move the car inside so I have better light inside the garage. Let me move this. Okay, the passenger side is removed. Only one bolt, which is this bolt right here. And it's easy if you remove this mass flow airflow sensor, because this little grommet again is annoying. All these tight grommets. Okay, that's the only thing. And I think it bolts down in this bolt. The L of the heat shield bolts down in that bolt. So I'm going to assemble that heat shield and finish up so I can have dinner. Taking too long, longer than I expected, but when I move the car here inside, I can already hear the supercharger, which is pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited. All right, so after this, I'm gonna go have dinner and fuel up. Let's go for a drive. So that's kind of how it looks. Okay, you see that bolt down there? That's where the L bracket is situated, because the pictures don't really show properly, so I'm showing this to you. Okay, this is the position of the heat shield. Now I'm going to complete the assembly of this. Okay, all right, let me finish up. So this is the finished L bracket right there. That's how you install it. Okay, pause this video if you want to look at that, because the picture doesn't really show it properly. And then the L, as you saw, sits like that. Okay, this is fairly easy to install. The only problem is there's too many holes in the engine bay that you keep dropping things. So make sure that you don't drop your tools or any bolts down here. It drops around here. I dropped a couple already and I picked it up, so that took time. All right, so I'm gonna bolt that down, install everything back up, and go for a drive. Okay, it's completely installed. Another tip that I wanted to give you is that there's a rubber grommet that comes along with the with the MAF sensor tube right here. Remove it because otherwise this will not seat properly. So I remove it from both sides. So this side doesn't have it either. Okay, that little rubber ring, remove it. Otherwise it's gonna slip out. And when you tighten this clamp, make sure you're pushing hard because it's gonna want to slip out. It's kind of annoying really. So you gotta push here while tightening with the other hand. That's just a tip that I have for you guys, so it makes it easier to install this thing. This side is definitely quicker, easier. It barely took me like 20 minutes. This one took me at least an hour and a half just because I kept dropping my tools and it's kind of annoying because this kept slipping out. All right, and the grommet here was hard to remove. All right, you don't need it, so you can just cut it and put it out. I should just cut it. You don't need it. You know, to reinstall it. Now it's time to listen to the supercharger. But first, I'm gonna go get gas because this is running on empty. All right, hope you like this video, guys. Click the thumbs up, subscribe. This is my first modification for the Jaguar SVR, and the Hellcat over there has a lot of modifications: cold intake, custom exhaust, new wheels are coming. I got custom wheels coming. There's quite a few things for the Hellcat. So if you want to subscribe and see the updates on the Hellcat, I also just went to the Dragon Rally, as you can see on the wall over there. It was fun. This Hellcat was amazing, and it was capable. So subscribe if you would. I would appreciate it. Share the video so everybody can have the instruction how to install this, because the instruction that comes from Mina gallery is not very detailed. Don't have pictures or videos that comes along with it. So this might be the video that you're going to go to when you're installing your filter and shield cold air intake from Mina gallery, so you can hear the supercharger sound. Okay, for the Hellcat I have a carbon fiber intake tube over here, which is loud, so we can compare later. All right, take care for now. Talk to you soon. Okay, let's go for a ride and listen to supercharger whine. I'll turn off the exhaust so we can hear the supercharger a little better. Awesome. Now you can really hear. go, guys. You can really now hear the supercharger. Fantastic. This is worth it. 167 bucks, I think. 150 euros, I believe. I'll put the price somewhere in here. But easy install. Just don't drop your tools. That's my big tip. Don't drop the tools and the bolts and all these other things, because they'll delay you. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. See you later.